today. My name is Tracy Reddinger, Jai Namaste. And thank you for joining me in today's Gentle Flow Yoga sequence. Gentle yoga is really beneficial to relieve any stress, anxiety, and tension that you may have picked up along the way throughout the course of your day. It provides really low impact movements, but you could also find that through this sequence you may feel some warmth, some heat being generated in the areas of the body that we'll be focusing on. We'll be bringing heat and movement and stretching to the lower area, the hips. We'll be doing some spine stretches, moving our spine in all 6 directions, which will help free up and release any tension, but also help move that energy throughout the body. So today, we will be using a strap. So, haya. My favorite color is purple. Anyway, if you don't have a yoga strap, you can use an old tie, a belt, a kung fu karate belt, or a towel, whatever you feel that you can grab a hold of. But I find that if you don't have a strap, an old tie or even a belt is helpful. And then we'll also be using one yoga block. If you do not have a yoga block, no worries. You do not need one. You don't need anything in yoga except for yourself, which is the beauty of it. But if you'd like to use it for modifications, for some of the poses that we'll be doing, feel free to do that. Also, if you have knee sensitivity, you may want to use a folded up blanket or towel to pad your knees for the extra cushion, because we will be doing just a few things on our knees. So thank you very much again. So let's begin. So what we will do first, let us arrive on our mats, all the way down, reclining. We will start in Shavasana, corpse pose. Now arrive here, and when you do, really arrive on your mat. Try to bring your shoulders back and away from your ears, pressing firmly against the yoga mat. See if you can roll your spine so that, I know it's not all the way possible. We have that lumbar region that has the natural curve on the bottom of our spine. But let's really try to plug into our mat. It literally has our back. So let's arrive and rest here. Allow your breathing to become deeper. And as we lie here, let's take notice of where we're at today, leaving all to-do lists, anything that might be worrisome for you. You've arrived here now. Let's leave that for later. This time is for you. You've carved this space out, this time out for yourself. Let's be fully aware of what's going on in our bodies. Let's just do a quick body scan. We're looking for any place that we may be holding tension, any stress. And if you find an area of tension, breathe into it. So direct your breath to that area. And on an exhale, see if you can soften that area and further melt into the mat. You'll find that we store a lot of tension, stress, and emotions in our hips, our shoulders, and our jaw. So you might notice that as you try to relax one of those areas, you may find tightness arrive in the other two. So you might tense your jaw or clench your jaw if you're really trying to relax your shoulders. You might bring your shoulders up towards your ears if you're trying to relax and open your hips. None of this is bad. This is all natural. Just bring awareness to it. so that you can move through it. Now we're going to bring our hands to our abdomen, and we're going to breathe, deepen our breath for a 4 count, and try to see if you can have your breath reach all the way down to your abdomen and fill up your abdomen like a balloon. After 4 counts, we'll hold for 2. And then on an exhale, we'll slowly exhale. We'll try to make it to 8 counts on the exhale. We'll do that 3 times. So we're inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Wonderful. Now, laying here, we'll release our arms back down to our sides. And on an inhale, we'll lift our legs up, bringing our knees to our chest. And we're hugging our knees into our chest. This pose is called Apanasana, which is knees to chest or wind relieving pose. And just rock softly side to side, trying to loosen up that lower back. And then we'll come to center stillness. Now, when we bring our knees to our chest, you see how my tailbone is rounding up. Let's try to work that lower region of our back, our tailbone back down to the mat. Really plug that in. Plug the backs of your shoulder blades to the mat and bring your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale on an exhale. Now, keeping your tailbone on the mat, let's bring the knees closer to your chest without lifting your tailbone. Inhale, let's open up our knees a little bit, bringing our knees to our armpit chest area, and let's circle our ankles one way. You'll hear a lot of creaking and cracking, and that's good. My grandma used to say that that's energy leaving the body. And then the other direction. Wonderful. And we'll come to a static hold here. Wonderful. So then we'll put our legs up to the sky, soles facing the ceiling, and we'll just point and flex our feet as so. Now you notice, again, let's keep our integrity of our spine. Keep that tailbone down to the mat. Let's make our back really flush with the mat. And just doing this movement, you'll notice that your leg is not your foot, ankle, your lower leg, knee, upper leg. It's all one conjoining piece. This movement at the bottom of our legs, you'll be able to feel it all the way up to your hip creases. And you'll find that you'll be generating some heat here, which is good. And move with your breath. Yoga is all about moving with your breath, marrying the breath to your movement. And we'll keep that static hold. Wonderful. This is called waterfall. This is good for the lymphatic system, moving all the lymph fluid in the other direction using gravity as its guide, helps for detoxing. And you can also scissor your feet. Really get that lymph moving. Wonderful. Then we'll come back to static hold. Now let's bring our right knee into our chest. And we'll slowly, with control, bring our leg all the way down to the mat. But before you bring it to the mat, let it hover for 3, 2, 1. And then land it gently onto your mat. Perfect. So taking your right knee, we're going to gently grasp right below the kneecap with your fingers. And we're going to make some circles with our knee. And again, move with your breath. So when you're bringing your knee back up to your chest, bring it on an exhale. Inhale away from the body. Exhale back towards the body. Inhale away. Now this motion brings synovial fluid into your ball socket joint in your hip. Synovial fluid helps protect the tendons and ligaments of the socket. That tendons and ligaments, they're not replaceable. So once that is gone, it's gone. But the synovial fluid, if you keep working it into your joint, it'll keep your tendons and your ligaments, your cartilage healthy. And let's go the other direction. And all of the movement is not coming from your arm trying to bring it up. It's all coming from your hip and your abdomen. Really engage your abdomen when you're calling your knee back up to your body. Perfect. We'll come to a static hold. Wonderful. Now here is where we're going to grab our strap or tie or belt or kung fu belt or nothing. If you don't have it, that's fine too. So with our heel pointed, really pointed to the ceiling, we're going to do some, what is this called? Just going to pulse. Pulse our toes, flex your toes towards your face and pulse that leg towards your body, towards your head. Perfect. Now we'll do a static hold. Inhale on an exhale. Let's try to bring our nose to our knee, lifting your shoulders, neck, and chest up off the mat. Exhale that back down. Perfect. Now the same rotation movement that we did with our knee, we're going to do with our heels. So I'm going to start making little circles with our foot, like we're drawing circles with our heel on the ceiling. And as you continue these circles, they get bigger in diameter with each rotation. This you'll notice that maybe you feel a little heat building up here. That fire, that tapas. And don't forget to breathe. Perfect. Now once, come to center, we'll stop and hold, and we'll go the other direction. Now this time, instead of making bigger circles, we're making smaller circles with our leg. And keep making those circles small, smaller and smaller, until you get to just a point with your heel at the ceiling. Wonderful. So again, we're going to pulse the leg. Keep that left foot flexed. Don't let it just hang out there. It's got to do stuff too. Perfect center stillness. Now, with the strap in your right hand, let's tee out our left arm for balance. Inhale. We'll open up that leg, bringing our foot all the way down to the right. Opening up that hip, feeling that stretch all throughout the hip from the inside seam. Inhale, exhale, let's release that. Bring it back up to center, catching the strap with your left hand, teeing out with the right, and then bringing that foot over to the left side, stacking hip over a nice supine stretch. Now stretches like these are really great for detox. A lot of our digestive organs, our kidneys or liver are in this area of the body. And think of it as wringing out the sponge. So when you're twisting this area, it helps bring blood flow and oxygen to those necessary, very important organs, and it aids in your digestion, removing toxins, and it just feels great. Inhale and exhale. We're bringing it back up to center, releasing that strap, bringing that foot down. Now for a moment, let's just take a feel. You may notice that your right leg feels longer than your left. Wonderful. So with that, we're going to again bring both of our legs up to the sky. Now, slowly lower your right leg, bringing your left knee now into your chest. Slowly lower your right leg to the mat, but before you land, let's hover for 3, 2, 1, and release that back down. And really draw that knee into your chest, really hug it in. Try to bring your knee as close to the armpit chest area as you can to really intensify the stretch. You can round out, circle out your ankles. Perfect. Now from here, we're going to take our left hand, our left fingertips, gently place them on top, right below our kneecap, and we're making those circles again with our leg, with our hip, bringing that synovial fluid into our hip joint, ball socket joint, and moving with our breath. Bring your breath to it. There's nothing to it. Just bring your breath to it. I'm silly. I'm so sorry. But that's how I enjoy life. All right, when you feel satisfied going in this direction, we'll stop and go the other direction. And again, engage your core. I'll do a couple more rotations. And bring your leg back to center. And we're going to rise your sole up. Rise the sole of your foot up towards the sky. We're really going to point that heel to the ceiling, grabbing the strap with both hands, and we'll pulse again here. You'll notice that this side may not be the same as the other side. You may be less or more flexible on this side. That's okay. The left and right side of our body are like siblings, they're not twins. I forget who told that to me, but whoever said that to me, it stuck. All right, we'll do a static hold for a little bit here on an inhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's lift our chest and shoulders up away from the mat. Try to bring our nose to our knee. Inhale, exhale, and release. All right, now here we're going to, let's do another pulse. I think that's what I did. Wonderful. So we'll grab the strap with our left hand. And again, we're going to make those circles, draw those circles on the ceiling with our heel. And as we continue making circles, they will get bigger in diameter. Now feel free to take your time doing this. You don't have to whip yourself around. Be gentle with yourself. This is a gentle class. Enjoy each moment. Be curious on how each movement feels. And if everything, we'll come back to the breath. Perfect. So we'll come back to center here. Wonderful. Now we'll go the opposite direction. And instead of making the circles bigger, we will make them smaller. And continue to make the circles smaller. Keep making making them smaller until your heel comes to a point at the ceiling. Perfect. Let's do a little pulse here again. Pulse that foot, really point your toes, flex your toes to your face. Perfect. And keep that right foot flexed. It's not just hanging loose down there. Now here, grabbing the strap with your right hand, your left hand, teeing out the right. We'll open up that left leg towards the left side, opening up that hip. If you can touch the ground with your foot, good on you. If you can't, good on you too. Meet your appropriate edge. If you want more of an intense stretch, you can use the strap to pull your foot closer to the top of your head. Wonderful. Inhale, and then exhale. We'll bring that foot back up towards the ceiling, grabbing the strap with your right hand, teeing out the left, and we'll continue the journey over to the right side, stacking hip over hip, and enjoying that nice supine stretch here. This stretch is also felt, as you can feel it, as I feel it too, in the back of my left hip. Beautiful. And we'll inhale back up to center. And we'll release that strap. Let's go ahead and bring both knees back up to the chest. Perfect. Okay, now from here, we're just going to do joining circles with the hips. So we're rotating, making circles with our hips together in one direction. This should feel good on the back of your body, giving yourself a lower back massage. A lot of us are working from home, so we might feel some tightness in our lower lumbar area. And for me, this feels really good. When you come back to center, we'll reverse direction. And again, engage your core. Let this motion be controlled by your core. Perfect. A couple more times. And we'll come back up to center. Now we will land our soles onto the mat. Let's cross our right leg, our right ankle to arrive on our left thigh, right about 2 inches or 1 inch above your knee. And I like to kind of press my right knee out before I come into this next pose. We're coming into a reclined pigeon. So flex your right foot. Really engage that right foot. Now on an inhale, we'll lift up our left foot off the ground, clasping our hands behind our left thigh. Place our elbow right above the knee, right on the inside of your right thigh. Perfect. Now on an inhale, we'll bring the left thigh close as you can, or closer to your left armpit chest. And as you exhale, push your right knee away from your body using your elbow. So it's doing 2 motions in one breath cycle. So we're inhaling, bringing that left knee closer to the armpit chest, and on an exhale, pressing away the right knee with your right elbow. Now try to keep your tailbone connected to the mat, and also your left shin parallel to the mat. I like to do ankle circles here. This is a nice stretch for the back of the hip again. And on your next exhale, we'll release that, bring that down, repeat on the other side. So now left ankle over right knee. Kind of press your left knee away just to prepare. Wonderful. Keep that left foot flexed. Inhale your right thigh up, clasping behind your right thigh, keeping your right foot flexed. Try to keep your right shin parallel to the mat. Inhale, we'll bring that right knee up towards the armpit chest area, and on an exhale, as you're doing that, press your left knee away from your body using your elbow. And try to keep your shoulder blades again connected to the mat. Feel the mat rising up to meet your back. And then I'll do some circles with my ankles. Feels so good when I do that. Wonderful. And we'll exhale and release that. Beautiful. So from here, we're just going to rock and roll up and down our spine. Give yourself a nice massage. And then we'll find ourselves in Sukhasana. Easy pose. All right, you can either have your legs crossed like this. My hips, they feel better when I have my feet. So I have really bony ankles, so when I have my ankles crossed for a long time, and it hurts. So, but whatever you're accustomed to. So from here, let's move the fleshy part away from our seat. Really connect our sits bones into the mat. We'll engage our lower pelvic floor, and from there, we'll inhale to rise up through our spine, bringing our shoulders to our ears, and then rolling them back down and away, plugging in our elbows. Now from here, I'd like you to close your eyes, bringing your hands to your side. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, bringing them down the center plumb line. Namaste hands to heart center. Now from here, we're going to set our intention for our practice. It could be anything that you feel like you need more of. Say, patience, grace, or it could be something that you would like to embody, like love or joy. You can also dedicate your practice to someone who might need it today. And once you arrive at your intention, with your eyes closed, repeat it to yourself 3 times. Bring your hands up to your third eye center between your brow bone. Repeat your intention one more time. And we'll release that. Bring your hands overhead. Release that out into the ether. Bring your hands back down. Wonderful. So we're going to inhale our arms up. Exhale, we're going to bring our right hand to our left knee. And we're going to have, here we're enjoying another supine twist. So from the base of your pelvic floor, again, inhale, lifting up through your spine, finding length. And as you exhale, maybe you'll find that you can twist a little deeper. And then if you'd like, you can bring your gaze over your left shoulder. And we're here for 2 more breaths. Inhale our arms back up. Exhale, we'll do the same on the other side. So left hand to right knee, twisting over to the right. Inhale, find length. Exhale to twist. Perfect. We'll come back. Inhaling our arms up. Really reach up towards the sky. Plugging the shoulders down. Exhale, bringing our hands back behind us, clasping our fingers, and then pushing our chest up towards the sky. Look up to where the wall meets the ceiling. Inhale, exhale. We're bringing our forehead to the mat, to the ground. And as we arrive there, let's try to bring our hands, still clasped, try to point to the wall that your head is facing. This is a great stretch for your chest and your shoulders. Inhale that back up to center. So now we're going to do that, but move more with our breath. So an inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, twist towards the left. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bringing them down. Clasping behind you. Inhale, press out. Slight back bend. Inhale, exhale. Forehead to the earth. We'll do that one more time, moving with your own breath. And release. Perfect. So here we're going to just inhale our right hand and touching gently our left ear. Now let gravity do its work. Don't try to tug your right ear to your right shoulder. Just let the weight of your hand gently call your ear to your right shoulder. And again, always keep that energy current through your center plumb line straight. If you want more, you can place your left fingertips on your left shoulder. Inhale, release, and we'll go to the other side. Again, if you want more, just gently put your fingers onto your right shoulder. Beautiful. Release that on an inhale. Now placing our hands on our knees, we're going to turn our head to the left and to the right like we're owls. So we'll inhale, draw a line in space with your nose to look over past your left shoulder. And then as you inhale, travel back towards your right. Keep going. Feel free to close your eyes during this movement so that you can really pay attention to what your body is feeling. And we'll do one more time each side. Perfect. So now we're looking over our right shoulder. So we'll just bring our chin down to the center of our chest. Now, before we do this, if you do have neck issues, feel free to continue with your owl turns. But if you don't, then go ahead and bring your chin to your chest. On an inhale, roll your ear, your left ear, over to your left shoulder. Exhale, back down, chin to chest. Inhale, right over right. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left over left. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, right over right. We'll do one more each side. This should feel really yummy with all of the work, all of the time that we're spending hunched over at our desk, looking at our phones, yada yada. And we'll come back to the center with our chin to our chest. Now, from here, we're going to draw circles in space with the tip of our nose. So we'll inhale, bringing our nose up towards the sky. Exhale, bringing it back down, chin to chest. And we'll do 3 more rotations in this direction. Remember, take your time. There's a lot going on in your neck, a lot of little bones, a lot of little nerves. You want to be super gentle. And if you hear creaking and cracking again, that's okay. As long as it doesn't hurt. Now with our chin to our chest here, let's go the other direction. Opposite direction of which you were just going. And as you come down, you exhale. As you rise up, inhale. One more time. We have our chin to our chest here. Inhale, slowly bring your chest up, parallel to the mat. I'm going to open the curtain of hair from my face. Now here we're going to take our fingertips to our shoulders, and we're just going to start making circles with our elbows. It's another ball joint socket in our shoulders. Again, as I said, we keep a lot of tension here. All right, so once we become satisfied, we will go the other direction. So from here we'll stop, and then now bring our hands back to our knees, and we'll just roll our shoulders up towards your ears, back, down and away, sliding them down your back, and then we'll keep doing that. Inhale, raise them up. Exhale, slide them down. 3 more times. Perfect, other way. So we're going shoulders up, and then we're going forward, rolling them forward. 2 more times. Wonderful. So we'll plant our left palm onto the mat. We'll inhale our right arm overhead. Really plug in your sit bones again. Feel that connection. And then on an exhale, we're going to stretch over to the left side of our mat. Feeling that stretch all the way on the left side of the body. Breathing all the way down to your hip, your right hip. And if you can, on an inhale, really try to point your chest towards the ceiling. Inhale, we're going to go to the other side. So land your right, inhale up, and stretch over to the right. Our tendency is to want to do this. Let's really try to plug that hip back into the mat. We're like trees rooted into the mat. Now moving with our breath, we're going to go from side to side. We're like pine trees or reeds. One more time each side. Perfect. So again, with our hands on our knees, rising up from the pelvic floor, shoulders back down and away. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to hinge forward at the waist, and then we're going to come into some trunk rolls to the right. So think cat-cow when you're doing this. As you travel forward, inhale. As you come back, exhale, bringing that belly button towards the spine. And again, this is another opportunity for you to really notice, take stock in what's going on. The lower you get to the floor, the deeper the stretch in your hip. Two more times. Once you come back to center, we'll go the other way. To the left. To the left, y'all. And again, this side might be different. This side's always different for me. I'm tighter on my left. Do a couple more rotations. Perfect. And here we are back into center stillness. Moving the curtain of hair. Perfect. All right, so from here we're going to go to tabletop position. So this is where if you have knee sensitivity, please feel free to take that blanket, folded towel, place that right at your knees. Now we're going to have our knees hip width distance. Hip width distance is the size of 2/5. So you take your 2/5, bring it between your knees. Never fail. That's hip width. So we'll rise up, planting our hands. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. You're really shining those creases of your elbows towards the front of your mat. Hips over knees. Bringing your belly button in towards your spine. Press up out of to keep your wrists safe. Press up out of your palms, almost like they're starfish. Hollow out the center of your palm. Hollow out in your upper back chest area. And this may look like nothing is happening, but if you follow the cues, you'll feel like, yes, a lot of things are happening. A lot of things are activated. So from here, come into cat-cow. So we'll inhale, drop the belly. Look up to where the ceiling meets the wall. And then exhale, round it out. Bringing that belly button to the back, your spine like a scared cat. Inhale. Drop the belly, exhale. Round it out. Now move with your own breath. And the movement starts at the base of your tailbone and moves all the way up your spine, like a wave or a slinky. I like to imagine my spine, all the vertebrae finding their space in this moment. One more time each side, or each direction. Perfect, we'll come back to neutral spine. Now from here, We're going to place our right hand to the center of our mat. A little bit more towards the center, not directly center, but a little bit more. Then we'll inhale our left arm up overhead. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, arm overhead. Exhale, bring it back down. One more time, inhale. And then we'll exhale, we'll thread the needle. Bringing that left arm through the space between your, your right. Now you'll see that the stretch it provides a great stretch in your shoulder, in your middle area of your back. If you'd like more, feel free to extend that right foot. Out towards the side. If you'd like more, inhale your right arm over, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bringing it back to the crease or the pocket of your left hip. Really trying to shine your chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we'll bring that back up, and from here we're going to come up on our knee. Point. Sorry you can't see my head, but yeah. Let me go this way. There we go. So we're pointing our foot here, okay? Now we're going to inhale, and we'll plant our left hand, okay, to the mat. So we come here, and this is beam or gate pose. And you can either keep your hands pointing towards the ceiling, or you can inhale and bring them up towards the wall, to the front of your mat. And we'll inhale that back up, and we'll come back down into tabletop, and we'll do that on the other side. So again, left hand a little bit more center into the mat. Inhale that right arm towards the sky. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale. Exhale, back down. Inhale up. And then we thread the needle. Now, you'll want to try to do the same variation that you did on the other side. So, I had my leg out. Inhaling my left arm up towards the sky. And on exhale, I'm folding it back behind my body, putting it in the pocket of my right hip. And on an inhale, I'm trying to bring my chest to face the ceiling. And we'll inhale, come back out of that. Now from here, we're going to rise up on our knee, pointing our toes towards the wall, really squaring your hips facing forward here. We'll inhale our arms overhead. Exhale, bringing our right hand to the mat, keeping our left arm extended, up, pointing towards the ceiling. Again, if you like to have a deeper stretch, go ahead and make a rainbow with your arm. Bring your hand overhead. Beautiful. So from here, we'll come back to tabletop. Wonderful. And we're going to curl our toes under. Come into our one and only down dog. Now from here, we're going to want to really press into our hands. Push up out of our hands. Engage your entire arm. Let your upper arm is twisting towards your head. Pushing away from your hands. And you have the inner rotation and outer rotation in your legs. What I like to do is I like to bend my knees when I first come into down dog. Really make sure that I'm having the right alignment in my spine. Really release my neck. And then when I feel like my spine is released, then I straighten my legs. And we'll walk our dog. Now from here, we're going to walk to the middle of the mat. You can have your feet really together or a little bit less than hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Now when you halfway lift, you have to hug in your lower ribs. Bring your navel to your spine. Your neck is an extension of your spine, so set your gaze down directly to your mat. Exhale, fold back down. Now we're going to plant our left. We're going to make our fist with our left hand. Place the top of our fist onto the mat. Bend your left knee. Now inhale, we'll twist up, extending our right arm towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring that back down. Now make a fist with your right hand. Bring that to your mat. Bend your right knee. Inhale. Your left hand up over. Exhale. We're going to do this 3 more times each side. Exhale. Bring it back down. Bending the right leg. Inhaling to bring the left hand up towards the sky. Exhale, bring that back down. 1 more time each side. Perfect. And now we're coming back into a forward fold, clasping our elbows. Swaying back and forth. I'm cleaning my mat with my hair. Really try to relax your muscles, your upper shoulders, your upper neck, or lower neck, sorry. And then we'll come to center stillness. Now from here, we're going to rise and come into 1 chair pose. So your chair doesn't have to be super deep. It can just be right here. Arms overhead. Perfect. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1, and then we'll come back down to our seats. Perfect. Now, from here we'll keep our legs tented. Now there in Eastern medicine, there are lines, energy lines that run throughout our body. Some of them, are for energy. Some of them are to help boost your immune system. And with everything that's going on right now, I think a little massage also to really massage those channels that help boost those the immune system. Which one of them we all know sometimes. Not we all know, but what's more commonly known is the fleshy part between your pointer and your thumb. That is a main point to help boost your immune system and headaches. Another one is right in between the pad of your foot, like right in between your second and third toes, right on the base of the pad of your foot. That's another one. But the one that we will be focusing on today are the ones that run right on the side of your shins, right here. So if you take your shin, you can feel your knee bone, your kneecap. Then you feel where your shin starts, kind of like on the side of your knee. So if you kind of massage and feel around in there, you'll see that there's a kind of like a dent, right? For where your actual shin bone is and where your muscle is. You feel that right there. That is one of the main energy or main channels to help boost your immunity, your immune system. So now we're just going to take close fists and we're gonna pat them. Don't hurt yourself. Again, this is gentle yoga. It's not kickboxing yoga. And we're just gonna massage that up and down. I learned this at my yoga retreat in Kripalu. And I loved it. over here. Feel that little vibration, that little energy. So another nice exercise that I like to do to give myself some energy, some good feelings is, we're here with our knees tented. Let's bring our hands to behind our thighs. We're not gonna come into boat or anything like that, but we're gonna inhale, straighten up through the spine. Shoulders up, back, and down. And now we're gonna bring our weight just a little bit to the back, lifting our toes, you see? So I'm just bringing my toes to the ground. Now, if you live in an apartment or, apologize to your neighbor in advance. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna tap. This is massaging that area of the pad that I was telling you about. Helps with the immune system. And it gives you a nice little good vibration. Keep your core engaged. Keep your shoulders back. Your spine straight. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Now we'll come back up with the spine still straight. Bring your knees in a little bit more. We're gonna hug our knees here. We're gonna come into a nice little love cave. So with your spine straight, we'll press our chest against our knees, and then we'll round our neck. Bring our chin to our chest, and dropping our neck in between our knees. If you'd like, you can repeat your intention to yourself in this area, in this time. Give yourself a few breaths of silence. And if that's not for you, at least you're having a really great stretch in your neck. Perfect. We'll come back up. We'll raise back up. And we'll come to our stomachs. Going to do a little bit of back work here. Perfect. Now, what we're going to do, we're just going to come into a couple baby cobras. Do some lower back strengthening. So we're bringing our chin to the mat, like so. Bringing your palms of your hands right underneath your shoulders, right next to your chest. Okay, what you want to do is plug in your pelvis, your pelvic bone, into the mat. As you do that, you feel your glutes engage and tighten. Now see if you can send that energy down to your toes. Now if you notice that you do that, you already feel your upper body lifting a little bit as you do this motion. So as you inhale, continuing to press your pelvic floor, your pelvic area into the mat. Inhale, lifting your chest. Exhale, bring that back down. Inhale, rise up, baby cobra. Exhale that back down. One more time. Inhale. Just a little baby cobra. And then we'll exhale that back down. And then we'll press back up into a child's pose. On your next inhale, rise back up. Perfect. Now here, I just want us to do just a couple more, one more thing, not a couple more. I can do yoga for hours. Anyway, so we're gonna extend our right foot. Really press our heel back towards the back of our mat. On an inhale, we'll lift up that back foot, and then we'll just pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring that back. Do the same on the left side. So push that heel back, extend your left leg. Really point that heel towards the back of the room or your mat. On an inhale, lift it up. Really point your toes towards the mat, towards the ground. Square off those hips. You're not dumping weight on either side of the body. Now let's pulse. 2, and 1. Perfect. So we'll come back to our backs. Now bring your block, or you can take your blanket that you had fold it a couple more times. And we're going to place that block or towel or mat or blanket right at the base of our spine, right at our tail, our lumbar. Ooh, that already feels so good. Anyway, again, bring your shoulders down away from your ears. Plug the backs of your shoulder blades to the mat. And we're going to inhale our legs up and overhead for supported shoulder stand. This is a great inversion. Again, inversions are great for helping the lymphatic system move and remove toxins from the body. And whatever organic movement that you want to do here while your legs are up. You can stay still. Some people just like to stay still and really point their heels towards the sky. I like to kind of do bicycles. Bicycle, bicycle. I like to ride my bicycle. And do a little scissors. Whoa. Perfect. Point and flex. Rotate the ankles. And we'll just have a couple breaths with being static and still. Loosen the jaw. And on your next exhale, we'll release our feet back down to the mat, removing any prop that you have placed. Perfect. Now from here, we're going to just slide our feet down to meet you back in Shavasana, corpse pose. So let's take 3 mindful breaths here. And on each exhale, let's exhale out with a sigh. Trust me, nobody's around. You're at home. Nobody's going to care. And it's going to feel great. So we'll inhale. Beautiful. Close your eyes and notice. Feel your body relax. Feel the prana move through your body. Notice the areas that you may have found to be tight at the beginning of our practice may have loosened. Feel your mat rise up to meet your body, your back body. With each inhale and exhale, you melt deeper into your mat. Relax your toes, the bottom of your feet, your ankles. Relax the calves, the area behind your knees, your thigh muscles. Relax your lower back and abdomen. Release the muscles in your chest and upper back. Feel your shoulders and your neck melt down and relax. Relax your arms, upper and lower, the muscles in your hands and fingers. Relax your neck. Take out any wrinkles of your brow. Smooth out that area. Relax the muscles in your face. And even feel your scalp release and relax. Now as you bring yourself back to your body, back to this time, roll onto your right side, enjoying some last few moments of your practice. Thich Nhat Hanh, a Zen master meditator, once said, breathing in brings you to the present moment where you have an appointment with your life. And with that, meet me back up to a seated position. Hands at heart center, eyes closed. There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. As I am, so are others. As others are, so am I, the Buddha. Bring your hands to your third eye center. The teacher in me delights, honors, respects, and rejoices. The teacher in you. Thank you for joining me today virtually in this yoga. Namaste.